All right, guys, new intro here for the Bear Pack. Let's take a look at our subscription goal. We are sitting at almost 9,300. We need 700 more subs to hit that 10K goal to give that $1,000 giveaway. And then we have 12K subs coming up to send a couple people to some games of their choice. Trey, let's take a look at that leaderboard. Dennis Burns is at the top. We have Kellen on this week. He's doing a great job so far, but that is the leaderboard right now. If you see your guys' name, reach out to us. BearsProfitPlays@gmail.com or on Twitter, BearsProfit @BearsProfit, and we need to get you guys set up so we can give you guys your picks out for the next couple of weeks. If you see your name, make sure you reach out. Also, if you want to become a member on our YouTube channel, we're going to be giving away $50 weekly to our members on YouTube. We have 15 to 20 right now. So if you become a member for just $4.99 a month, you have a chance to win $50 weekly. We're going to be doing that on our live show. We're going to put everybody on the wheel. We're going to spin it and give away $50 a week. So make sure you guys come check that out. Only $4.99 a month. Very cheap over there. And our plays are actually better over there as well. So guys, it's going to do it. Let's get into the video. All right, guys, look at some NCAA basketball picks and props for Monday, December 4th slate of games. We have to look at the leaderboard, so we're going to. Trey, start us off.
Yeah, I mean, I put a winner up on the board. I gave out Morehead State -3.5 against Chattanooga. Morehead State, they were at home here, and they kind of rolled. They were up by double digits pretty much throughout the entire second half until the last 2.5 minutes of the game. Nothing frustrates me more than watching a college basketball game, and they cannot break a press. Like, do you guys not practice? How do you not break a press? And we're not middle school anymore, guys. Regardless, Morehead State, they were up enough to not crackle there at the end, and they covered for us. So shout out Morehead State.
Yeah, Trey, come tournament time, I actually have a notes app. Like, I put all the teams that can't break a press. That's like one of the main things I look for. It's unbearable whenever that happens. I went 0-1. I had maybe the worst pick ever. I had Nebraska +3.5. They got absolutely dominated by Creighton. Nebraska at one point, they were 1 of 22 from the three-point line. Creighton had 14 threes at that time. Very bad pick by me, but at the same time, Nebraska, they couldn't make a shot. Creighton couldn't miss. I'm going to roll the punches. I'm going to bounce back today. Trey, let's take a look at those plays. Start us off.
Yeah, guys, I'm going to be attacking a small school game here. Give me Maryland Eastern Shore at East Carolina game here. And I'm very excited to watch this game. I faded East Carolina last week, and it bit me in the ass because they broke my heart and actually won that game straight up whenever they were home dogs. And I'm excited to actually back them in this game. Give me East Carolina here -15.5. I'm not scared about this massive spread here because Maryland Eastern Shore, they are just not a great program at all. And they've shown that many times this season because they entered this game with a 2-4 record, and they're 0-3 on the road too. And in those 3 road games, they've gotten their ass whooped, losing those 3 games by an average score of 86-60. So losing those games by an average of 26 points per game when playing on the road, that is just no bueno. So needless to say, I love that we're getting this line at 15.5 because this should be a 20-plus point East Carolina win. And because East Carolina, they're actually playing some great basketball here lately, and they're actually 5-2 at home as well. But over their last 3 home games, they are 3-0, and they've looked really good, winning those 3 home games by an average score of 81-71. And this Maryland Eastern Shore team might be the worst team that East Carolina has played this season. I honestly do expect a butt whooping here. And especially because East Carolina, they are led by Raymond Felton Jr. I don't know if you guys remember Raymond Felton. He was a great North Carolina point guard and played for the New York Knicks for a long time. And his son is just like him. He's a cagey guy, averages close to 20-plus points per game. So look for him to dominate here. Give me East Carolina here -15.5 against Maryland Eastern Shore.
Yeah, Trey, I like that one there. My explanation is going to be a little bit short because there's no way this number should be this high. I'm going to be looking at the Iowa Hawkeyes going up against Purdue. I'm going to take Iowa +13.5 as the play against Purdue. Purdue, once again, has shown that as the number 1 team in the nation, they are frauds. They lost outright against Northwestern in their last game, which is now the second time in the last 2 years that they've lost that game. The Iowa Hawkeyes have won 3 of the last 4 games, and they covered in their loss against Creighton, who's ranked top 10 in the nation this season. The Hawkeyes are also a very good offensive team. They have the firepower to keep up with Purdue. They're one of the best offensive squads in the country, averaging 118.3 points per 100 possessions, ranking 13th in the nation. I think this is also going to be a high-scoring game as well because Purdue has the firepower to score points, and the Hawkeyes have scored 84-plus points in all of their games but one this season. I'm going to make this a 2-play game. I'm going to take Iowa +13.5. I'm going to take the over 165.5 as the 2 plays. Nate, what do you like here?
I was going to go pick between one of y'all 2 picks, but I'm looking at something that just kind of don't make too much sense to me. So I'm going to take Hawaii -19.5 just because I feel like, yeah, they're playing Central Arkansas. I just feel like Central Arkansas traveling to Hawaii, I mean, jet lag. I just feel like traveling to Hawaii can't be an easy thing. And for them to have, the book's favor on that, I'm going to try that. Tail at your own risk. I'll say that right now. But I feel like just going to Hawaii can't be an easy feat, and it can't be easy to score within 19 points when the books think that that's not going to happen. So,
Yeah, we absolutely love that play. Hawaii on the island is a different team. I love the play there. Trey, let's go to the player prop. Start us off.
Hawaii on the island is a scary team, but guys, I absolutely smashed the over here. I gave out Dawson Garcia over 25.5 PRAs versus Ohio State. Garcia, he might be one of the best players in the country because he finished this game with 36 points, 11 rebounds, and 1 assist. Absolutely smashed the over there. So shout out Dawson Garcia.
Yep, and I went 0-1 again. I had Bryce Williams over his points. He scored 6 in the first half. He scored 6 in the entire game against Creighton, Nebraska. Again, they got dominated by Creighton. So 0-1 for me. Let's move on to tomorrow. Trey, start us off.
Yeah, guys, and you guys might not like this pick, but I love it. Give me Zach Edey to go under his points versus Iowa. I really, really love this under for Edey in this game. Yes, I know it's a little bit risky with this under here since Edey's averaging 23.5 points per game, which is the third highest average in college basketball. But I honestly do think that high average is going to help us out here because we're going with the under here. So we're getting a lot of cushion with the points there. And Edey, he's getting a very tough matchup here versus Iowa. And Iowa, they seemingly always have his number because Edey, he's played a ton of games versus Iowa in his career. In fact, he's faced them 5 times. And his career high in those 5 games is last season whenever he scored 14 points. But across those 5 games in his career at Purdue, Edey, he's only averaging 8.2 points per game against Iowa. Iowa seems to shut him down, and I expect that to continue here in this game. And whenever we factor in that Edey's home splits are all pretty significantly lower than whenever he has to go play on the road, it just gives me a lot more confidence in this prop as well. So give me Zach Edey to go under his points versus Iowa.
I do like that play, Trey, and I like the stats that you threw at me there. For my player prop today, I'm going to take Ben Kirkke to go over his total points against Purdue. Ben is a transfer this season from Valparaiso, and over the first 4 years there, he got better each year. In year 1, he was scoring 6.7 points per game. The next year, he was scoring 12.3 points per game. The year after that, 14.7. And the last year there, he was scoring 19.4. In his last season in college basketball, the senior transfer is now averaging 19 points per game for the Hawkeyes, shooting 12 times per game, making 62% of his shots. He's going to have his hands full with Zach Edey down low, the big man, but he's 6'9" himself. He's got a lot of weight as well. So he's been a dominant factor over the first several games for him. He scored 19 plus points in four of his last 5 games. And in his last game, guys, he went 11 of 11 from the free throw line, which I love for a big man. He's the leading scorer on this team by a wide margin. So I'm going to take him to go over his points and have another great game against Purdue as the play. Nate, who do you like tonight?
So I'm from New York. We don't even get to do college basketball props, but I'm going to go with the Zach Edey under because it kind of supports both of what you said. It supports Purdue probably blowing this game, and it also supports the bad matchup and stuff like that. So I think I'm going to go that route. I like that.
I like it. I like it. Trey, let's take a look at the graphic. Start us off.
Hey, the stats are there, so I love you backing me there. So I'm going with East Carolina minus 15.5 versus Maryland Eastern Shore. I'm not scared about this big spread, guys, and you shouldn't be either. East Carolina, they're head and shoulders against Maryland Eastern Shore. It's going to be a blowout. I'm also going with Zach Edey here under his points versus Iowa. I expect to be at 22.5, 23.5. It doesn't matter. Just smash the under. He's not going to sniff it.
Yeah, but I'm going with Iowa plus 13.5. I just don't – there's no way this team should be favored or favorites by 13.5 Purdue. There's no way. They're a bad team. They're frauds. So I'm going to take Iowa plus 13.5. I'm going to take Ben Kirkke to go over his points. He scored 19 points per game. He's the best player on the team. So I'm going to have him and have another dominant performance in this game. Guys, that's going to do it for NCAA basketball plays and props for Monday, December 4th slated games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please sure drop a like in this video and subscribe to the channel below. We'll see you guys next video, and thanks for watching. We had multiple questions this morning about how to become a member for the YouTube channel. Let's do that really quick tutorial. You're going to go to youtube.com. You're going to go to Bears Profit Plays. You're going to search it in. You're going to hit our thing. There's a join button right just to the right of subscribe. You're going to click that. There's 2 options. You have the Bear Pack for $4.99. That gives you access to YouTube member plays. And then you have the Bear Pack Gold for $7.99 a month. That gives you access to our member plays on YouTube. And it gives you a 1-month membership to our website, bearsprofitplays.com. So if you get the Bear Pack Gold, you save yourself $2 a month, a little bit cheaper if you want to do that. But that is the tutorial for anybody that needed it. We had multiple questions today through email about how to do it, and it wasn't working. But if you want to know, there it is right there. Trey,